Good day, everyone. Today, I'll be discussing important topics related to meat safety and consumer protection. So let's begin with the Meat Inspection Code of the Philippines, or the Republic Act No. 9296. This law ensures that only safe, quality meat reaches to the public. It regulates everything from the slaughter of animals to the distribution of meat. It also sets standards for slaughterhouses and requires inspections to protect public health. The National Meat Inspection Service, or the NMIS, is the lead agency responsible for implementing this code.
The principles of meat inspection. The main goal of meat inspection is to protect consumers from unsafe meat. It involves checking for diseases and abnormalities in animals both before and after slaughter. It ensures hygiene is maintained in all meat processing steps and that meat products are labeled as traceable. These principles help prevent the spread of animal-borne diseases.
Anti-mortem inspection is done on live animals before slaughter, usually within 24 hours. Licensed meat inspectors check for signs of illness, injury, or anything that would make the animals unhealthy. So if the animal is found unhealthy, it may be separated or condemned to protect the food supply.
Post-mortem inspection. After slaughter, a post-mortem inspection is formed. Inspectors examine internal organs in the carcass to identify signs of diseases or contamination. The result of this inspection determines if the meat is safe for consumption, should be tested further, or needs to be condemned.
Post-meat establishment inspection procedure. So, in this inspection, it ensures meat safe after leaving the slaughterhouse. And there are 3 inspection procedures. First, transport inspections, market surveillance, and storage and retail outlets. NMIS and LGUs monitor compliance and also verifies the product labeling, expiration, and cold chain management. So even after meat leaves the slaughterhouse, inspection still continues. Authorities monitor meat during transport, storage, and sale to make sure it is kept at the right temperature and handled safely and properly labeled. This ensures the meat stays safe and reaches consumers.
Environmental defense refers to how meat establishment manage waste and pollution, proper wastewater treatment, odor control, and waste disposal are key practices to minimize environmental damage. Facilities must comply with environmental regulations from agencies like the DNR and NMIS.
Hygiene. It is important to properly protect the public health through food hygiene. With meat, the safety process starts well before it reaches your plate. From the moment an animal is killed, every phase of handling, processing, packaging, storage, and transport must be performed with the utmost care to avoid contamination. Harmful bacteria such as Salmonella E. coli, and Listeria can multiply quickly if meat is not handled the right way. That's why, in each step of the supply chain, extreme hygiene practices are enforced. In processing plants, equipment is routinely scrubbed and sanitized so that no traces of blood, fat, or tissue which could harbor bacteria are left behind. Maintain the facilities. The facilities themselves, such as walls, floors, tools, drainage systems, and etc., must remain clean and organized to avoid cross-contamination. Pest control is also non-negotiable. Flies, rats, and cockroaches can spread disease and taint meat if they get into food areas. So plants use barriers, traps, and regular inspections to keep them out. The workers are equally important. Everyone who works with meat adheres to rigorous hygiene practices, wearing gloves, masks, and aprons, washing their hands frequently, and undergoing health checks to avoid working sick. Hygiene also matters during the storage and transport. Meat needs to be maintained at the proper cold temperature so as to slow bacterial growth. Refrigerated trucks are cleaned between loads and monitored 24/7 to guarantee the safety of the food isn't compromised. Taken together, these practices help keep consumers safe from foodborne illness and ensure that the meat we purchase is fresh enough and safe to cook and eat. Ultimately, good food hygiene is more than just cleanliness. It's about saving lives, preserving public confidence in our food system, and ensuring every morsel we consume is one we can take with confidence.
Food defense. Food defense aims to protect the meat supply from intentional harm like sabotage or food terrorism. This includes physical security, background check for staff, and tracking system to trace where the meat comes from. Meat plants are encouraged to develop food defense plans to protect the supply chain.
Animal Welfare Act RA 8485 or RA 10631. The Animal Welfare Act ensures the humane treatment of animals in the Philippines. This law covers how animals are handled, transported, and slaughtered, and prohibits cruelty and requires that animals are stand before slaughter to reduce suffering. The Bureau of Animal Industry and local authorities enforce this law. Consumer Act of the Philippines RA 7394. Lastly, the Consumer Act protects buyers like us from unsafe and mispresented products. It ensures that meat products are properly labeled, not falsely advertised, and safe to consume. Consumers have the right to information, safety, and to file complaints if something is wrong. In summary, these laws and principles work together to ensure meat safety, protect animals, safeguard the environment, and uphold the rights of consumers. And that's all for our topic, and thank you for listening.